riding home from old San Juan. Good evening and welcome to A Cowboy's Life. My name is Cisco Jim, bringing a little bit of the Old West to your home corral. I'm a docent out at the State Historic Park in San Juan Bautista, and I oftentimes would ride my horse from my house to the state park, and it's a distance of about 10 miles. We would get into town, we're all sweaty, and he's doing his part to do historical interpretation of horse sweat, and I'm doing my part to interpret cowboy songs and all of the rest of the cowboy life. Well, on the way back, we were having such a good time that day that I started writing this song. Now, I'd already sung on my horse's back before. He was accustomed to that, but this song started picking up a rhythm to his own pace. And we were riding home from old San Juan, down Anzar Valley, down the lakeside of Anzar Lake. I'm riding home from old San Juan. As I ride, I sing a song. The rhythm of its beat match my little pony's feet. I'm riding home, I'm riding on. I'm riding home from old San Juan. God is smiling, there's nothing wrong. Just a pleasant little ride down Anzar Valley Lane, lakeside. I'm riding home, I'm riding on. I'm riding home from old San Juan, set upon a spiritual course. I met the padre at the mission. He sprinkled water, gave his blessing on this cowboy and his horse. I'm riding home from old San Juan. As I ride, I sing a song. The rhythm of its beat match my little pony's feet. I'm riding home, I'm riding on. I'm riding home, I'm riding on. Yeah! Get up there. So you can kind of feel his rhythm going there. Well, not too long after writing that song, well, I had to write another song. There are a few folks here that were witness to some of the events that I'm about to unfold in your presence here. And what you are about to hear is true, verbatim. Everything in this story is true. I call this song Grandma's Last Ride. Prepare to hear a story that rivals the length of Alice's Restaurant. Not quite as long. He still takes the cake, but we get up there. All depends on how much more detail you want. I do remind you, it's true. Oh, and by the way, my mom survived. Okay. $1999, Thanksgiving Day, we were all feeling fine. Grandma proclaimed in her own special way, I'm gonna ride a spree Silverado today. Well, family got quiet, cause everyone knew a spree Silverado was a feisty one too. A white Arabian with a long flowing mane turned out to be Grandma's equestrian bane. And it's whoa, 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 Grandma's last ride. And it's whoa, whoa, Grandma's last ride. By the way, that is your part. It will come around again in the song a few more times, and I do expect you to sing. But I won't force you to sing. I won't come out there with my spurs and my romal and get you to hurry up. But I do expect you to sing. in the horse corral, slinging his head, stomping his hooves, he wants to be fed. Bridled and saddled this rider unbidden. Grandma's last ride was about to be written. And it's whoa, 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 Grandma's last ride. Your part, and it's whoa, 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 Grandma's last ride. I think you're getting it. Next time will be better. I can ride. He's a lot of horse, Mom. That's okay. I took riding classes. You did? When did you do that? 1949? 48? 46? I was in college. Oh, that's a long time ago, Mom. And it's whoa, 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 Grandma's last ride. Yeah! And it's whoa, 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 Grandma's last ride. We're starting to develop an audience. Well, saddle cinched down, stirrups too long. A taller rider might not be singing this song. Her feet didn't fit. That's okay, she replied. I really don't need stirrups to ride. Oh. Grab the reins and jerk to the right. Lead rope lunges, left with all your might. Wobble in the saddle and fall to the ground. While the horse goes crazy, he's running all around. Do-si-do with the birdies in the sky. Stars circle around. My, oh my, Grandma's on the ground, she don't know why. Run for the doctor, Mom, don't die. And it's whoa, 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 Grandma's last ride. And it's whoa, 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 Grandma's last ride. An ambulance arrives. By the way, once again, I remind you, everything you are hearing is true. Verbatim. God is my witness. And yes, there were other witnesses too. Ma'am, do you know where you are? Gilroy? Folks, we had left Gilroy, moved out of Gilroy about 10 years prior to this incident. Ma'am, do you know what day it is? Sunday? No, ma'am, it's Thursday. Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday. Ma'am, name your children. I knew we were in trouble. Mom always gets our names goofed up. But this time, she got our names correct. Repeatedly. In the right order. Ma'am, who is the president? Well, this being not an election year, she should get this one right. Taft? No, ma'am. The current president. Roosevelt. Well, at least she was conscious. Here we go. Are you ready to sing? And it's whoa, 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 Grandma's last ride. And it's whoa, 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 Grandma's last ride. Well, rein to the right and lead to the left. This do-si-do earned Grandma flight. A trip to ER, Kaiser, San Jose, and rehabilitation for a very long stay. Well, she had a heap of surgeries. Nice nurses. They kept referring to her as a senior citizen lady who fell from a horse. They had respect in their eyes. She missed out on two major holidays, including Christmas. 7 surgeries, 6 different surgeons, 5 hospitals, 4 prescription drugs, 3 broken bones, 2 titanium pins, and even a skin graft from her upper right thigh. A little too much information. And it's whoa, 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 Grandma's last ride. And it's whoa, 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 Grandma's last ride. Now Grandma's feet must stay on the ground. Grandpa says not even a merry-go-round. No hobby horse, rocking horse with Grandma's chapped hide. Esprit Silverado was Grandma's last ride. And it's whoa, 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 Grandma's last ride. Everybody! And it's whoa, 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 Grandma's last ride. I can't hear you, everybody in the place. And it's whoa, 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 Grandma's last ride. Last time with harmony. And it's whoa, 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 Grandma's last ride. Yahoo! Whoa, it's free. Phew. Oh boy. Well, if you like those songs, most of the songs I'll be singing for you this evening are pieces that I've written over the years. This next one is actually one of the first ones I ever wrote. It's called The Cowboy Trail. Imagine, if you will, a fellow sitting out on a rock after a hard day's work. Then after a long night's work of riding herd all night long, he's had some ideas in his head, and the sun is coming up, and takes his pencil and his tally book, and he writes a few ideas, a few poems, a few lines of lyric. And this is what came out. Listen to the sound of an old coyote howling at the moon while a cowboy wrote poems scribbled at the crack of dawn about a day that's come and gone. Hominy grits and a cup of joe, gobbling dope, and away you go. Saddle up a horse and hit the trail, grab a little doggy by the tail. Oh, the cowboy trail is a very hard life. Got no children, got no wife. From dawn to dusk, work all day, sweating with cattle to earn your pay. Chasing steers with an old riata, throwing down, tying not about 1,000 head in this lot. Just keep them irons good and hot. Oh, the cowboy trail is a very hard life. You got no children and you got no wife. From dawn to dusk, you work all day, sweating with cattle to earn your pay. Bacon and beans at the end of the day, cooking on a fire while the cowboys play. Guitars, fiddle, and a banjo too. Songs of the West, they know a few. Oh, the cowboy trail is a very hard life. You got no children, you got no wife. From dawn to dusk, you work all day, sweating with cattle to earn your pay. Listen to the sound of an old coyote howling at the moon while a cowboy wrote poems scribbled at the crack of dawn about a day that's come and gone. Thank you. Thank you. You know, these songs are all about recording your life story and telling a way of life. There was a fella back at the turn of the century. His name was Fred Keller. He lived in Texas for a long time and eventually moved to Utah, did some cowboying up there, became a judge in Utah. He wrote this song called Blue Mountain. Now, Blue Mountain is down in southeastern Utah. And when you look at the mountain, the side of it, it looks like there's a horse coming right at you, the horse's head. And it's just the natural vegetation of the horse, of changes in vegetation. So you've got a light and dark pattern. And as you're looking at this mountain, it looks like a horse is coming right at you. And that element is in this song. A couple other things that I take note of is that Fred talks about seeking a sanction from the law. Well, I do find it ironic that a fellow who's seeking a sanction from the law becomes a judge in Utah. Here's Blue Mountain. My home it was in Texas, my past you must not know, for I seek a sanction from the law, where the sage and the pinyon grow. Blue Mountain, your azure deep, Blue Mountain with sides so steep, Blue Mountain with horse head on your side, you've won my heart for to keep. Chum with Latigo Gordon, I drink at the Blue Goose Saloon, and I dance at night with the Mormon girls, and I ride home beneath the moon. Blue Mountain, here has your deep, Blue Mountain with sides so steep, Blue Mountain with horse head on your side, you won my heart for to keep. Shop at Moan's store with the bullet holes in the door, and his calico treasure my horse will measure when I'm drunk and I'm feeling sore. Blue Mountain, who has your deep, Blue Mountain with sides so steep, Blue Mountain with horse head on your side, you've won my heart for to keep. In the summer the wind doth blow, in the winter the sun doth show. But say there, brother, if you need a mother, there's Evie on the old Chuck line. Blue Mountain, who has your deep, Blue Mountain with sides so deep, Blue Mountain with horse head on your side, you've won your heart for to keep. You've won my heart for to keep. Thank you very much. Oh boy. Oh boy. You are very appreciative. Well, one year we went out to Elko, Nevada for that great gathering of cowboys and music and poetry. My wife had to leave the festival early, so I was left to my own druthers, and come Sunday afternoon, I looked at my watch and realized, oh no, I'm supposed to be in Carson City this afternoon. It was getting late. So I gathered all my stuff and jumped in the car and started heading out on Highway 80. Well, I didn't get very far. Matter of fact, I only got about as far as the on-ramp. Now, Highway 80, those of you who have been out there, is a long stretch that goes from nowhere to nowhere, and you can see the whole thing as far as the horizon. And as far as you could see, it was a parking lot. Cars, pickup trucks, Mack trucks, everything was, nothing was moving. Well, I figured that we weren't going to go very far, very fast, and I was talking to one of the truck drivers. He said, he got on his radio and said, "There's been a wreck in the tunnel. We're not going anywhere." Well, I knew I had to be in Carson City, and I took out my map, and since we'd had really good luck at traveling back roads on this trip, I looked at a back road that went north, and we also had good luck finding old ghost towns to explore. And right here, going up north on a dirt road, was the town of Tuscarora. It was listed in my book as a ghost town. I said, by Jing, that's the place for me. So, headed up on that dirt road. As I was out on that long, dusty road, I saw this old, weathered cross. Well, you know that in Spanish custom, a cross is placed where a dear loved one has passed away. This is not where the person is buried, but rather where they last drew breath. This song is called Cruz de Recuerdo, Cross of Remembrance. I had a long way to go with the sun riding low when just passing through Tuscarora. Out on that range, it's a long dusty range, stands a lone wooden cross, whitewashed faded to gray. Its passage through time marked by a lone weathered vine of a rose planted years long ago. Cruz de Recuerdo, a cross of remembrance, a dear one departed, tears shed no more. Long shadows stretched to the darkness of night, sombra de noche descendiendo. The rustle of leaves on a soft desert breeze, whispering gently of love's memories. A kiss from the air, just like long silken hair, saying for you I'll always be there. Cruz de Recuerdo, a cross of remembrance, a dear one departed, to shed no more. Cruz de Recuerdo, a cross and a rose, here in this place, I siempre estaré. I'm riding home from old San Juan. As I ride, I sing a song. The rhythm of its beat match my little pony's feet. I'm riding home, I'm riding on.